Denny Thompson, James Coleman. It's a Sports Den on a Victory Monday, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, coming to you from the ThinMD Medspa Studios. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Middleton Realty is the place you need to go. Middleton Realty has been around for over 20 years. These are the guys. These are our guys. You'll enjoy working with them. They're professionals. They know the whole area. They will take care of you from start to finish, find you your dream home. They won't stop until you're comfortable. Go to MiddletonRealtyCorp.com. That's MiddletonRealtyCorp.com. Tell them the Sports Den sent you. You won't regret it. Just good guys, easy to work with. You won't feel stuffy. You won't feel pressured. Just a small boutique firm that will take care of your each and every need. Tell them the Sports Den sent you. MiddletonRealtyCorp.com. It's always cool to see a former player interview their former coach, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now. James Coleman talking to Coach Bobby Bowden in a Sports Den exclusive interview. Here you go, James Coleman and Coach Bobby Bowden.
All right, how's everything? Is it cold over there?
Boy, it was cold last week, and it's cold today from what we're used to, but not like it was last week.
All right, so no golf today?
No, I'll go out and take a walk a little bit. I try to do it each morning I'm in town, but I play about once a week.
Okay. So actually, I guess that's a good way to start it. So what are you doing now, Coach?
Well, I'm, of course, retired, and I speak a lot, especially to the FCA and around the country when invited.
So you mean to tell me Stan didn't give you a call about the interview process, Coach A.D. Wilcox? I heard you were the top 3 that was going to bring you back, Coach.
I'd have to have a walker.
You look good. I see you on some. You look still look spry.
Well, I've lost a lot of weight, which I lost purposely, and I feel good. I turned 99 a month ago. I mean, excuse me, I'm spreading it out a little bit. 88 a month ago, and but I've been very fortunate with my health.
Okay, I was about to backtrack. I said, "Geez, I didn't know you." How old were you in 2002?
Well, I coached till I was 80.
Yes, sir. I want to talk about the importance of the bowl record right now, and FSU's going. I wasn't alive the last time FSU didn't go to a bowl game, and that was a lot about you. So could you talk about what it was, what the experience was for when this record started, and just what your thoughts are with them being able to go to the 36 straight bowls?
Well, while it was happening and I was coaching, you didn't think anything about it, But I think when I was there, we went to 28. We finished up with 28 bowls in a row. Then I left. Then Jimbo kept going to bowls every other year until this past year. We tied Nebraska with the most bowls. I think was 35. And then, so if Florida State could go to one this year, it would give them the record up to this point. And so anyway, they Jimbo and them finished with 6 wins, and that's the minimal quality to go to a bowl, and we got it. So this is our 36th straight bowl, I think. I think it's 36. I don't think it's 37.
Yeah, it's 36. I think. We're going to the walk. It's Shreveport. I think the walk-on.
Yeah.
Some I don't know. Independence Bowl. That's what it is. Actually, every year they find a new sponsor, and it's some.
Yeah, I know. They change their names.
Yeah. So
but that bowl's been there a long time.
So what was your thought process in practice? I remember going through it as a player. It actually felt more like a vacation. It was still work though. You still worked this, but
it should be a reward. It should be a reward, and yet you want to win the game. And so, but we had a formula. We have the record for the most bowls wins in a row with 11. Then we went 14 in a row when you were here, I believe. But we did have one tie. But both of those are records. And so when you go to a bowl, you want to have fun, and yet you want to win the game. And there for a while we had the formula, man. People used to call me and want to know how we prepared for bowls because we had been so successable.
Talking a little bit about this past FSU season. So, have you got a chance to follow it much, or?
Oh yeah, I watch. I don't go to games, but I watch them all. And it was, I had a year like this when I was at West Virginia, where the only losing year I had, we won 4 ball games and lost 7. And but what happened? I lost my first team quarterback. I lost my second team quarterback. I lost my best defensive player, and we just wasn't very good after that, And so I had been through it. And now Florida State reminded me that of this year. They lost their quarterback. I bet you if they hadn't lost that quarterback, I bet you they'd have won at least 3 more ball games just because of his experience. I thought the young guy that came in did a great job, but that's asking a lot out of a freshman. And so anyway, that year reminded me of my year at West Virginia in 1974. And of course, the next year we got it straightened out and went to a bowl and won it. So, but anyway, that reminded me of that.
That having that year is what got you to come to Tallahassee, isn't it?
Well, kinda. You know what it did? It showed me how people act when you're down. All of a sudden your fans leave you, and I saw that, and I said, well, now if fans are going to be that way, I feel like I have a right to leave if I want to. And so the next year we had a great year, went to a bowl, won it, and I got the Florida State job.
With all of those things that you just said, so I guess could you, from a position of just understanding, because I know a lot of fans kind of don't, what are your thoughts on the entire Jimbo situation? Obviously, he's a great ball coach, but you have more experience with this than any of us.
Yeah. Well, I think what Jimbo did, he saw that the things he was wanting that Florida State don't have yet. Such as certain facilities. He wanted a football building where nothing but football was in there, instead of being in the Coliseum where everybody else is. And he wanted that. But Texas A&M, they've got all that. They've got every facility you could want, and they've got unlimited money there at Texas A&M. And I felt like he felt like there was no limitations on that job.
Before I'm gonna go off a little bit, we're gonna talk about Hogtown a little bit. So Nothing brings me more pleasure than seeing UF suffer and lose. But what have you got a chance to follow up on their coach situation? I remember you used to keep count. You said you stopped forgetting names and just said this is coach like 5 or something like that.
Yeah. I think they got the right guy. Now, the reason I say that is when my last 3 or 4 years there, when Tebow was the quarterback at Florida, a lot of times after the game, I'd go out on the middle of the field to shake hands with the coach, Urban Meyer, and I would ask him, who in the world calls plays for y'all? Whoever calls plays for y'all sure does do a good job of keeping you off balance. I didn't know who it was, but it was this coach. Well, now he's going back to Florida. And, of course, their problems have been at quarterback and on offense. And this guy has got a great record on that. So I think they probably got the right guy.
Okay. Speaking of play call, what's your favorite play call?
What is my favorite play call?
Yes, sir.
It would be the Ruski. Was you there then?
No, sir. I was there. I watched it, though.
Did you come after that?
Yes, sir. A few years after, just a few years after that.
Yeah. That was as I look back, I don't know if I'd have nerve enough to call it again because we were on our 21-yard line, but it worked perfect. We won the game.
That's what people used to say when you put that headset on. Something really, really good was going to happen for FSU, and something really, really bad was going to happen for the other team. But it was going to be exciting either way.
Well, yeah, I always wore the headphones, and even though I didn't call plays, I could hear everything that the coaches said on offense and defense. And every now and then I'd inject something that I thought would be appropriate, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Charlie Ward, Chris Winkie, Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Boy, that's 3 good quarterbacks there. Probably the one that don't get the most credit is Winkie. The reason I say that is he took us to 3 straight national championship games. We only won one of them. Of course, he couldn't play in one because he got injured. We may have won it had he played. You never know. But the fact that he took us there, Now, Charlie is probably the outstanding of all of them because of his talent. And I think if you ask all the FSU alumni who is their favorite player ever, I bet you Charlie Ward would get that vote. He was very popular, and he was a good young man too, you know. And then of course the last one they had, what was his name?
Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis. He might have been more talented than any of them. You know, take him to a national championship as a freshman.
That's right, and into the playoffs. First ever playoff as a sophomore.
That's right.
I think I scared Charlie Ward. I don't think I could be like for your last game. Everybody came to Jacksonville, and I before I became a player, I was a fan. So when I was really coming up, that was Charlie. Charlie was the man. So when I finally got a chance to meet him, I think I started him. You saw a big adult, like I'm about 290, and I was 260. I was still closer to playing weight, and I just 260-pound guy charging. I think he had flashbacks, like of a linebacker or something. So, but most guys do really like Charlie. Everybody talks about coaching trees, and they talk about people who come from out of your coach tree. Obviously, you've had a lot of good guys that have success. Obviously, Chuck has done a good job.
Yeah.
The couple guys whose names I can't mention because they're playing down in Miami, they've done a phenomenal. I mean, they're coaching down in Miami, done a phenomenal job. But what about your son's coaching tree? Like, you actually, like, how many people can say that they've got multiple sons that have been head coaches and actually have pretty good records? And I'm looking at what Terry's been able to do up in a place that I was just in that area, and I drove past it. So in Akron. So, I mean, just what do you think about – just talk about the pride that you have, especially with him coming up with a bowl game coming up here this week.
Yeah, he and Jeffrey are the only two coaches left that are still coaching. Tommy's retired, lives over in Panama City. And my son-in-law, who coached at Clemson and Auburn, he's retired and living in Panama City. And but Terry and Jeffrey and Chuck Amata, who you remember, who coached at Florida State, Chuck Amata is up at Akron with Terry. Also, Todd Stroud, who played at Florida State, is up there, and I think he has a couple of young coaches from Florida State. And they're in the Mid-American Conference, which is a dadgum good conference, and they won their division this year for the first time, and got their bowl bid down there to Boca Raton. So they'll play FSU not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. And so Ann and I will go down and watch it.
All right. Is Miss Ann still making banana pudding?
Who?
Miss Ann still making banana pudding like y'all gave on recruiting trips?
Oh yeah, well, every now and then, we used to have it every time we'd have a recruiting meeting, you know, and they got to be where everybody couldn't wait to get that banana pudding.
Yes, sir. All right, last question.
Yeah.
Based off your knowledge of the program in the university and some of the things that you've seen, what are your initial impressions on Coach Taggart?
I like what I see. Somebody interviewed me last week. I told him the greatest thing about him is he wants to be at Florida State. It's always been a dream. Now, that's a good omen there, you know. And he's been successful wherever he's been. He's turned a lot of programs around, and I really think he's the right man for the job, and I want to help him any way I can.
All right, Coach. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, on Fridays, do you still have that sheet of paper and you're going over just talking to the walls, just going over telling the offense that we got to score touchdowns, and the defense, if the other team doesn't score, we win? You still give any of those? Now? You give any of those speeches, those pregame speeches?
Won't nobody listen to me anymore. You heard it many a time, boy.
Yes, sir. And what about that TV show? Not doing
TV show?
You don't want to do that TV show every I think it was Thursday practice. You were in. Well, man, I got to go do that TV show.
That's right. That's when we would film it. That was a call-in show. Yeah, that was a call-in show. Yeah. And no, I don't do any of that anymore, boy. I'm past all that now. All I am now is a spectator.
All right, Coach. We appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you did to the university, and I appreciate the 4 years that you got a chance to mentor me, and I'm sure many Knowles feel the same way.
Well, thank you, buddy, and congratulations on your success. You've done a great job.
Well done right there, man. That's great stuff, James. Awesome interview. Great to hear from Coach Bobby Bowden. Great to hear how well he's doing, regardless of who you pull for. How do you not like that guy right there? If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Middleton Realty. We thank Middleton Realty so much for allowing us to do some of the things that we love to do, like this Bobby Bowden interview. Just if you're looking to buy or sell, make sure you go through Middleton Realty. They're good guys. They know the whole area. They've been here forever. They should know the area. Go to MiddletonRealtyCorp.com. You can even get started as a real estate investor in one of the hottest markets in the country right now, right here in Jacksonville, Florida, and the surrounding areas. They know the whole area. If you want to buy and sell homes, if you want to flip homes, if you just want to make some money off of this great place that we live in, then you go to Middleton Realty Corp. Tell them that you want to get involved in their investment program. They will walk you through. You can be as involved as you want to be or as passive as you want to be. That is up to you. MiddletonRealtyCorp.com is where you need to go. You can get started for as low as $10,000, and they'll get you going in the real estate investment world. Give them a call. Tell them the Sports Den sent you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.